But in the future, if you want to
What's
practice
up,
law
y'all? What's up?
enforcement, I would prefer you did it in Detroit.
So,
I understand, sir. I'm sorry.
uh, now y'all might not be aware of this either, okay? Some of y'all might be, all right? But I wanted to give notice of it because it is a real thing and it is happening. Mostly to God's chosen, okay? And that is the use of electromagnetic weapons, okay? And these weapons, they are basically high powered, high frequency, actually low frequency uh, weapons, okay? Uh, excuse me, that are used on people, on us, right? And others, but mostly on us because we are very, very high vibrational. And they use these weapons, right? And I'm saying they, um, you know, to be careful. You know you too. But they use these weapons to try to infiltrate us, right? Try to slow us down, to even go further and harm harm us, right? And you might have experienced this and you had no idea that you were experiencing this, right? So there is a there are symptoms, okay? 212, I just saw on the timer. There are symptoms to these things, right? You might be feeling fine, right? At a moment in your, let's say you're in your house, let's say you're cleaning up or you're just doing whatever in your house, right? Cooking, whatever, right? All of a sudden, you get this feeling of nausea or dizziness, okay? Or stomach pains, right? To the point where you cannot stand up straight, right? Now, I wrote down a list of symptoms, right, that I've had from them, okay? Um, Before I knew that this is what was being used against me, right? And these people will drive by your house doing it, right? They will send drones and do it. Use drones to do it. They will park outside of your house at night and they will do it then, okay? Um, so and there is something that you can buy, right? It's like this kind of paint, right? It's like I think it's called like shield paint, if I'm not mistaken. It's called shield paint, something like that. 333 on the time, okay? And Y shield. Is it Y shield? Y shield max 54. I'd have to look that up to just to be sure, but that's what I wrote. That's what I got him in. It's a while ago when I wrote it. I just found this book again. That's what reminded me. I was like, oh, okay. I never made a video about this. Okay, so electronic radiation. Okay, and then right under it, I wrote, I've got silent kill. Right, no proof. Okay, so some of the symptoms of those said weapons, right, are, and some of these may seem like regular, just average symptoms, but when you are not sick, right, when you have like a perfect bill of health, right, or it doesn't have to be perfect bill, but you take care of yourself, right, so this is not normal to you. 432 on my timer, right? So a stuffy nose, okay, and these will all be accompanying one another, okay? So a stuffy nose, right, um, would be like the beginning of these symptoms, okay? Um, It fries your brain cells. Okay? You may receive headaches out of nowhere. Okay? When you don't have any history of headaches or migraines, right? Um, Ear ringing, right? Now, of course, with spiritual ascension, right, and communication from the spiritual realm, right, involves your ears ringing at times, okay? But this is irregular. This is abnormal, okay? Which makes it, what's the word I'm looking for? Separates the two, right? It's a difference. So the next one is pressure on your head, right? You feel immense pressure, right, on your head. Body parts vibrating, okay? And for those of you who felt that, you know what that feels like, right? Like your arms, your legs, even your head, right? Just vibrating. Like it's not normal, okay, is what I'm saying. Uh, Burning skin, okay? Nausea and nose bleeding, okay? Now you can buy a EMF meter, right, on Amazon or somewhere, right? You might be able to get one in Home Depot. I don't know if they sell those or not, but uh, find an EMF meter, right, to and keep it in your house, right, and use it every once in a while, if not every day, right, to check what is in your environment, okay, that you cannot see frequency wise, right? And I had written down at the time, I don't know if this is a paint or a thinner or something, right? But I wrote down Y Shield Max 54. So that may be a type of paint that you can use on your walls, or some type of a, not thinner, but I forgot the name for it, right? So let's just say a paint, right? Um, that you can paint on your walls to block these electromagnetic waves or these lower frequencies from infiltrating your space. Okay? Now, there's something else that it does as well. Okay? And you may feel this or you may not. Okay? It's called, it says, I wrote down, it says, exciting the water molecules in the human body. Okay? And disclaimer, I am in no way a doctor, okay? In no way a health professional. I'm not giving you health advice, none of that, right? Okay, so just let's make that disclaimer, okay? But these energy weapons do that, okay? They excite the water molecules in the human body. Now, we've all seen that video of, I think it was a guy that labeled water, right? Two different glasses of water, I believe it was, and he labeled one love and one hate, right? And he spoke love to one, right? And spoke hate to the other one, okay? The one he spoke hate to, it started to change, it started to mutate, right? It started to grow. Help me out, Holy Spirit. What's the word I'm looking for? It basically started to break down, right, the water, right, from its natural state to some lower type vibrating state, right? See, the water that he was speaking love to, right? Nothing changed negatively about it. But the water that he spoke hate to changed in the worst way possible, right? So this is an example of either exciting water molecules, right? Or the reverse effect, 10 on the timer, okay? So that's how easy it is to do something like that, right? So you can just imagine what these type of energy weapons can do to what the human body is already made of. Am I making sense? I hope I am. Okay. So do your research on it. Okay. By all means, do your research on it, right? I say that all the time. No matter who it is that you're listening to, right? Me included, do your research. Okay. Do your research and find out for yourself. Okay. But this is a thing. It is a thing. Okay. And a lot of us don't even really know about it, right? Except for those that have been it's been used on. Okay. I don't know how many times I see these weird vehicles in my neighborhood, okay, or parked outside in my apartment complex, right? They sit there as if they're not being seen, but we know when they're there, right? And when they're there, these type of things occur. Okay, so it's just putting two and two together, you know, and what the Holy Spirit is giving us, right? Letting us know, hey, this is going on, this is happening in your vicinity. All right, so 11:44 on the timer. Just wanted to let y'all know that, right? So you'll be privy to it. All right, so I love y'all. All right, I gotta finish doing things around here, and I will holler at y'all later. All right, love y'all. Peace.